Hey guys, I'm Red Myol, and today I'm going to tell you guys a story of how I almost drowned.
In the city, I'm always awake. There's a symphony.
So basically, it was spring break. Me and my family, we all went to Cancun, Mexico. Beautiful spring break place. It was beautiful there. There was a bunch of senior trips there. There was just a bunch of people. It was a wonderful time. We had like 3 days of resting, and we all decided to go on an excursion. So basically, this excursion was, if there's like a glass casing, it's like a big ball around your head. So you have like a radius and stuff of where you just have air. It's like it doesn't really take any skill, I guess, to go underneath like that. But it was like that and on a bike. So it used the oxygen to use for your air, and it would move the bike and underwater. It was really cool. But that was when I almost died. So basically, it all started off. We were going on this boat, and it took 2 hours just to get to this reef spot that they wanted to take us because the waves were horrendous that day. It wasn't like clear because in the middle of the ocean it's wavy no matter what, and it was windy. And then so this is what happened. Me, my mom, my dad, and my sister that's a year younger than me, we all wanted to go on this trip because it looked amazing to go on. Like, I had scuba lessons before. Thank God I did, or else I would have died that day. So we're all going down in these trikes, and I look at my oxygen tank, and it's halfway full. And I look over at my mom. I was like, because we can't talk underneath, I just pointed at the not whatever meter or whatever the fuck what is the oxygen, and I was like, "Is yours okay?" Like, I put up the okay sign, and she said, "Yeah, 100%." I was like, "Huh, that's crazy. I'm at 50%. Why is that?" So I asked the guy, or I bring the guy over here because they have scuba divers down there to help us. Thank God they had them too, or else I would have died, obviously, for sure. And I was like, "Is this okay?" And they don't speak any English, so I had to use like hand signals underwater. So I'm like, "La, la, blah, blah." Like, I don't know. I wasn't saying anything, obviously, but I was pointing down, and he was like, "Yeah, you good, you good." So I was like, "All right, man, let's just get to this." So we start going around, and I can feel like I'm like nausea inside because there's barely any oxygen. Like, I don't know why. Like, my parents are fine. I wasn't panting or anything because I was used to this stuff. Like, I was used to going under the water because I had scuba lessons before. But and when we're underneath there, I see the meter just going down and down. I'm looking at it. We're like a quarter of the way there, and we just got to the reefs part. Like, because it took us just 10 minutes to get to the reef part. And I was like, "What the hell? How am I already at a quarter tank?" I look at the guy. I was like, "Are you sure I'm still good?" And then he was like, "Yeah, you good, you good." And I'm just nauseous inside. I'm really dizzy. But thank God I had the scuba lessons before because I knew exactly what to do. And if I didn't, I'd probably be dead because when you're underneath, we're down under like 40 feet. If you just go straight up, they get like this nitrogen bubbles inside your stomach, and you can explode, and like I don't know, your body like explodes from inside out. It's crazy, but thank God I had my lessons before. And I see the meter just going down real quick, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked." But the guy started swimming away when I asked him if I was okay. I was like, "What the and I can't scream or anything because we're underwater, so I can't just like swim after him." So luckily I grabbed like his foot right as he was going away, and he sees me sinking because there was a little hole at the top where the screw was unleashed, and water started coming inside, and my thing started flipping, so I was fucked. So at this point I was completely immersed underwater, and there was no air whatsoever, and I was reaching because for scuba divers they always have an extra breathalyzer, and I was holding my hand out. And thank God I knew to blow out to get all the water out, or else I would have just started swallowing water, and I would have been down there and be dead. Or if I would have came up, I would have got the thing called the bends, which is the bubbles, and it's like where I literally can't, like it costs so much money. You have to get a helicopter and fly to a hospital, and it's in Mexico. You don't want to go to a hospital in Mexico. That shit's crazy. But yeah, so I'm down there, and I had to grab this guy, and I had my hand out for the breathalyzer because they have the extra one. I blow out, and I can't see shit, and we have to swim up 40 feet in order to get back to the surface, and we have to go really slow or else I would get the bends thing. So we're going really slow. I'm not panting anymore because I know I'm fine with the breathalyzer, but I have to hold it in my mouth so it doesn't get pushed away with the waves. So I'm with that, and we finally hit the surface, and I see the boat's like 50 yards away from us. I'm like, "What the fuck?" So we have to swim all the way over there, and I look back at my bike, and the water's really clear in Mexico, in Cancun. I was able to see like the bike at the bottom of the ocean just sitting there, and it was just completely upside down. So I would have been fucked down there if he would have kept going and I wasn't able to grab onto his leg. I literally would have drowned down there because I can't just go up or else I'd be dead. So I see the boat 50 yards away. and me and him start swimming, and my parents are still down there, so they're looking up, and they think, like, they're going crazy because they think I was, like, dead or something like that. But I'm swimming, they throw a life raft at me, and right when I get on the boat, like, I'm getting up there, they're like, "You good?" They're like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." Like, what are you gonna, like, they didn't give me water or anything. I'm just sitting there with nothing, like, Jesus Christ, like, I could have died back there. They didn't even, like, give us money back on the trip or anything. Like, they still made us pay for that. Like, that is stupid as fuck, but thank God I had those scuba lessons before, because if that was my mom, my dad, or my little sister, and that happened to them, they would have no clue what to do, and they would have been dead. Thank God for my scuba lessons. I took that literally the year before, or like, yeah, the year before. But yeah, thank you so much for my scuba teacher for teaching me that shit, because I would have been a goner. I would have been gone, dead, and I would have died in Saw. I was in Saw at the time. I wasn't even in Red or Obey. Just imagine. So thank God I'm alive, because now I'm in Red and I'm able to talk to you guys and tell you guys the story of how I almost drowned. So yeah, be sure to leave a like for me even still being on this planet, or leave a like if you wish I died. You know, that's up to you guys. You can hate or love me. That's whatever. It's up to you guys. But let's try to get this video to 1K likes for my first ever story. I have plenty of stories to tell you guys. I don't exaggerate them. I tell you guys 100% of the truth. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. So this has been your boy Red Myol. I'm out. I'm drowning. Peace.